Welcome to Fairgrounds Park. We're right off of the riverside of the Big Thompson River. Big Thompson River is what the Big Thompson watershed is named after, and it brings a ton of vital water to these communities. Here in Loveland, it's used for recreation, but across Colorado's semi-arid areas, it can also be used for agricultural purposes. This is thanks to the Colorado Big Thompson Water Project, which brings water from up there in Estes down here so that things like beans, sugar, and more can become viable in this area. Along with agriculture, a lot of this water is used for potability and for people who need drinking water. Cities like City of Greeley pull from the Big Thompson Water Project and put that water into Boyd Lake's reservoir, where they treat it and send it out to people who need it. That's 10.5 million gallons of water a day during the summer months. Let's go check out Boyd Lake now. Welcome to Boyd Lake. Now, a big issue facing the entirety of the Big Thompson watershed is water quality issues. A lot of this comes from runoff and other sources, and we'll talk about that more in the lab. See, here, it's super important that this water gets treated so that it is ready to be drank and used for people all across the city of Greeley. Now, let's go to the lab and see how this does on the different taste and odor tests. Now, one of the biggest issues on Big Thompson's watershed isn't just water quality, it's water quantity. Now, while it is common for Boyd Lake to be pretty low by this point in the year, this low is pretty extreme. See, this is actually caused by massive loss in snow water equivalent landing up in the mountains and traveling down into the watershed. And this can become a huge negative impact on the watershed and is an issue that's impacting all of Colorado, not just the Big Thompson watershed. But as you can see, there is a disproportional effect. As communities continue to face this issue, things are going to continue to become harder and harder for the communities that rely on these waters to actually use them. Now, let's consider those snow water equivalent trends.
Woes. Denver 7 met up with Leah Hubbard, the Deputy Director of Water Resources for the city of Greeley. Greeley owns more than 50% of the water in Lake Loveland. She says this year, because the snowmelt came down fast from the mountains, and we didn't get additional April snow, the reservoir didn't get its normal fill, and in the coming weeks, we can expect it to get even lower.
The water levels will also start to get lower as the irrigators who need the water for corn or other crops start using the water that is there. So we are probably not looking at a full Lake Loveland or Boyd Lake this year.
Well, it's hard to imagine right now. Nearly 15 feet of water surged through the Cache-la-Poudre watershed canyon, headed down here. That was in 1976, and sadly, 144 people lost their lives. This kind of problem repeated again in 2013, when a massive flood surged through the Big Thompson River and resulted in $2 billion of property damage, and multiple highways and roads flooded out. Let's go to the thought bubble for more.